Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry, bringing you another episode of Movie Night live from the Monastery of Mayhem. Tonight's movie, well, before we get to that, we do want to throw a shout out to a good friend of the show, and this episode is dedicated to Tara Lynn Miller. She's having a lot of rather severe health problems, and she's a big fan of the show, along with her and her sister Debbie, who is the bartender at the Touch of Class Saloon on 108th and Fort, or just off of 108th and Fort. Really big fans of the show. We wanted to give Tara a shout out and wish her all the best, and hope all of our listeners will send a lot of positive energy and vibes her way to get her through this obviously tough time. And this episode, as I said, is dedicated to her. So Tara, you hang in there, we're all thinking about you. Now on to other business. Tonight's feature, we have a really great one for you, and this doesn't get seen a lot on the other horror host programs, but the Angry Brothers, we leave no stone unturned. No movie is too bad, no movie is too strange, and no movie is too illegal to show you. We don't care. If it's out there, we're bringing it to you. It's like they'll be taking Brother Jack out in handcuffs one of these days. I didn't know that movie wasn't copyrighted or wasn't public domain, But we'll just be sure and contribute to the Brother Jack Angry Legal Defense Fund, and we'll put that address at the end of the show. But tonight's movie, The Warrior and the Sorceress from 1980, this sword and sorcery classic was designed to capitalize on the success of movies like Conan the Barbarian, even The Sword and the Sorcerer, Deathstalker, and a few others. It's your basic formula. David Carradine plays Cain, a masterless warrior who was once a holy paladin, or as they call him, Herorak or heroine, I don't know. But he is wandering the surface of this desert world called looking for these two villages. They're both major population centers where he can sell his services as a sword for hire, as it were. Let's just hope he doesn't come to the type of end he came to in real life, hanging in your closet with your belt around your neck, the Hanson video on in the background, and your pants around your ankles. Not a good look, David. Always remember, don't drop the lemon wedge. You didn't remember that, and look where you ended up. Anyway, Cain is trying to sell his services to one of these two warring villages, to help tip the balance of power in the other person's favor. But because of some deceit and some dirty deals along the way, Cain gets the bright idea that he's just going to fuck both of them up and do everything he can to wreck both villages. You gotta like the enterprising spirit. It's like, fuck them, kill them all, let God sort them out. But anyway, the movie also stars well-known martial artist, stuntman, weapons performer, sword master, martial artist, Anthony DeLongis, who you would remember from such movies as Sword and the Sorcerer and the original Masters of the Universe film. He played Blade, if I'm not mistaken. In that movie, he was wearing all this, rather butch-looking armor, had his head shaved, and running around in his little silver chainmail assless chaps. Just looked gorgeous. But anyway, he's not John Barrowman. He isn't, but that's okay. Anthony DeLongis plays the evil henchman of one of the village warlords, Keef, or that could be possibly pronounced Queef. It just goes to show you that where there's a Corvette payment, there's a way to get any movie made. I'm sure if you were to see Anthony DeLongis at a convention or a con or some event, and you mention this movie, he's probably going to jump up and bitch slap you. But hey, everybody's got to work. And speaking of work, let's hope Brother Jack gets that call about his job interview, because frankly, Brother Jack needs to work. This is driving him crazy, just sitting around all the time. So without further ado, we're going to get to the first part of The Warrior and the Sorceress, starring David Carradine and Anthony DeLongis. and Maria Sorka here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Enjoy.
Tell your master, Balkaz, to watch the well. And tell him I don't work cheap.
Master Balkaz!
Who's here?
Yeah. What do you want?
A little drink of water?
If you want water, go dig for it, like everyone else.
I never was much for digging.
I'm gonna cut you in half.
Well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. What did you think of the first part of The Warrior and the Sorceress so far? Isn't this movie just heroic? I mean, you've got all these guys in bad costumes, bad dialogue, bad acting, running around, you know, chopping at each other with swords. I mean, really all we need right now is Lee Horsley dressed up as Talon, you know, swinging around in a loincloth. Or wait a minute, maybe that was Anthony DeLonge's. Who knows? They all kind of look alike to me. But this movie, as I said earlier, was described as Kurosawa on acid. And the reason that was is because if you actually listen to the dialogue of the film, particularly when talking about the Homerak and his behavior, they do tend to throw a lot of Zen out there, a lot of Bushido, and a few other Japanese words I really can't pronounce, you know. And don't forget, Brother Jack does know Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, and about 10 other Japanese and Oriental sounding words that I have no idea what they mean. But, you know, don't make me bust out my vocabulary now. But anyway, the movie where Cain, the whole plot of the movie is basically Cain is wandering the surface of this planet, helping the weak and downtrodden. Does that sound like David Carradine and his plot for Kung Fu and Kung Fu the Legend Continues? I mean, could that be a coincidence? I think not. How about you? The movie had its share of goofs and technical flaws. For example, if you watch Maria Sorkas as Naja the sorceress, you'll see her running around in her little G-string and, you know, and the bouncing boobies and all of this, and, you know, that's all really well and good, and frankly, it's like if it wasn't for that, there'd be no reason to really watch this movie. I mean, let's be honest, people, this thing stinks on ice, and it blows goat to the nth degree, but, you know, it's still not a bad movie. It's worth the 2 hours of your life you're going to spend watching it. Okay, so you don't get that back again, but hey, you've got some good memories. I mean, you know, the nice looking, you know, yeah, you get the idea. Now, if you watch carefully throughout the movie, you'll see her G-string, And yes, you should stare at her G-string during this film. I would highly recommend that so you understand what I'm saying. The G-string tends to change color. And no, I'm saying not from white to battleship gray. Get that out of your heads, you sick little monkeys. I mean, shame on you for even going there. No, the G-string will change when throughout the first part of the movie until she's released from the castle, her G-string is white. But then, when she is freed by her father, her G-string turns gold. And at the end of the movie, when she's talking with Cain, as he's prepared to start wandering on over the planet to helping people, you'll see her G-string actually changed again to blue. So we had white, gold, and then blue. You know, it's like, we need to tell the wardrobe department, hey, make up your mind. You know, there was a couple of other scenes where there was a fight between Cain and Keith. Could be Queef, but we don't know. Where Cain proceeds to kick him in the head. You'll see Cain pull back and deliver the kick. And the blow pretty much completely misses Keith altogether. But they still have the sound effect, and, you know, he goes sprawling, you know, but you can see that he missed by a mile. You know, so another great technical moment for this film. You'll also see that a lot of the props, if you're really paying attention, you'll notice a lot of the props were used in the movie Deathstalker, which was actually filmed by that same studio in that same area about 2 years previous, about 1978. So a lot of the weapons look the same. I think we even see the Sword of Justice that Rick Hill was swinging around in some nondescript warrior's hand. So that's another great little trivia mix-up. Now this film is consistently rated by the Raspberries and a few other organizations as one of the top 100 worst films of the 20th century, even the 21st century. No, it was still done in the 20th century, but the movie is in and of itself. I mean, yeah, the technical work sucked. The dialogue stunk and was propped up and overdone. The photography, let's face it, I mean, if it wasn't for the girls running around jiggling the jugs and running around in next to nothing, would you really be watching it? I don't think so. We'd be watching reruns of The Walking Dead or something. Gotta love The Walking Dead. You know, go Rick. I'm still hoping. Brother Jack still has money that Carl is going to get eaten this season, so let's hope that happens, because frankly, Brother Jack needs to win a bet now and again, otherwise, you know, you're going to see me out on a street corner going, psst, hey sailor! You know, and we don't want that. That wouldn't be good for anybody, namely me. But anyway, so we're going to let you get back to the conclusion of the film, The Warrior and the Sorceress, here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Enjoy. I'm dying out here today. Where are those girls? You know, it's like, I got to start having some staff meetings, people. It's like, you know, I need to get some respect as a boss around here. I mean, they just pretty much come and go as whatever they please, whatever they want to freaking do. It's like, take care of it, Jack, handle it, Jack. Well, you know what? Brother Jack is sick of this crap. He's sick of this shit. I mean, I got to do everybody's work plus my own, and I don't get any extra money. You know, what do I look like? Do I look Asian? I mean, come on. I don't look Chinese, do I? Or I don't look like Hindi. I mean, do you see me working at the Quickie Mart going, hello, my name is Jack. Can I get you a slushy? Or would you like a hot dog with that, sir? No, it's like, no, sorry, I'm red-blooded American. You know, 10 generations back, you know. We were here when the Pilgrims got here. I was the one with the Indians going, psst, you want to watch these guys? But, you know, no respect, nothing at all. I mean, I get treated like a freaking doormat. I swear to God, I looked in the mirror yesterday just to see that the word welcome wasn't tattooed on my forehead. It wasn't there. But anyway, so I'm going to let you go so we can get to the end of this movie, and frankly, Brother Jack can get a beer. So enjoy and enjoy the rest of the film.
Journey now to an age undreamed of. An age of mystery and magic. Of swords and sorcery. The warrior and the sorceress on a planet lit by twin suns evil warlords battle to control the fate of an entire dynasty. A mighty warrior rises out of legend to free an enslaved sorceress.
There was a time when I could command.
And I would obey.
Together, they forge the mystical sword whose blade cannot be broken. The ultimate struggle between good and evil. Sorcery. Dungeons.
I know we're cheap.
David Carradine in The Warrior and the Sorceress. The mightiest of all heroes. In the greatest of all adventures. The Warrior and the Sorceress. Their sacred bond cannot be broken.
Well, yes, Sanjay. I know. I made some Hindu jokes. Okay. All right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come down here and not do my tech support the next time I call? By the way, it's like I keep getting the blue screen of death on my Microsoft Windows. How do I fix that? Well, no, I'm not in front of the computer right now. All right, look. I don't want to hear any more about it. Okay, you know, if you don't like the Hindi jokes, just turn around. You can just turn around, and I'll accept your resignation right now. Or are you going to be in here later today to work? Yeah. Hello? Hello? Why, that little brown... Whoa. Well, hello, faithful followers. Welcome back. I'm Brother Jack Angry. Just having a little trouble with the labor around here. You know, it's like you give them an inch and they want to take a mile. Oh, I hear that whimpering. It's somebody down in Torrid's dungeon. I think, you know, somebody needs their ball gag changed or something. I hope it's not Brother James again. But so what did you think of The Warrior and the Sorceress so far? Wasn't that movie great? No, huh? And was it a little good? Huh? Yeah, okay, a little bit. I mean, yeah, the girls look nice, the sword fights were nice, and we all love to see David Carradine running around in his little paladin's outfit. I mean, yay, that's just so wonderful. Now, next week, we're going to be bringing you a really great movie called The Ice Pirates, and this is also from 1984, stars Robert Urich, Mary Crosby, and John Matuzak, you know, the big beefy football player. We all remember him. It's a story about a group of ragtag pirates who harass and otherwise harangue the evil empire, also by stealing the most valuable commodity in the universe, which is also water, you know. And their little exploits was one of the first films done by Robert Urich and a very young Ron Perlman, who you'd remember from The Sons of Anarchy, Beauty and the Beast, and Hellboy. So he plays Zeno, the ship's cook and fellow pirate. So that's something you might want to look for. Now, again, I do want to, before we go, I want to give a big shout out to our friends in the city of Sevastopol, Wisconsin. They've just picked up the Angry Brothers for broadcast on their local public access TV system. So we'll be reaching about 6,000 households. This is a small market, but hey, welcome to the family, guys. And, you know, we just keep marching right on. We're growing all the time. So I'm Brother Jack Angry saying good night, unpleasant dreams, and let's keep America on top. Watch Horror Host, y'all. And to the other guy in the lab coat, hack, phony, loser, poser, you know, all we can say is, suck it. Thank you and good night. Well, that really stunk, but what am I supposed to do? You know, there's no other girls around. And the girls aren't around here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody get me a smoothie, will you?
último día. ¡Pirata!
Lo veremos, vil gusano.
Oscuro. Al ataque.
No lucharé por alguien que quiere atentar contra mi vida. ¡Ah!
¡Guerreros! ¡Al ataque!
¡Los mercaderes de esclavos! ¡Los mercaderes!
Te mataré más tarde. No presumas, ya veremos quién mata a quién. ¿Tregua? Tregua.